Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively here to do our Tuesday morning show. It is foggy once again this morning, dense fog advisory across the region. It is warm, so that's the reason that we're seeing this fog. Here we are in the last 6 hours on satellite and radar. Not much going on across the area. You can see some showers well offshore just east of Corpus Christi, but nothing going on here locally in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. Main thing that we're seeing is those foggy conditions. Let's dive into the Tuesday morning show, sponsored by HB Neal Construction. You can see that across the board, it is mainly into the 60s. Some areas like Houston, Alvin, League City already at that 70-degree mark. Beaumont at 67. Lake Charles a little bit cooler at 61 degrees. And in the further east that you go, like in Lafayette, they are into the upper 50s at 59. But look how warm it is further to the north. St. Augustine already at 65 degrees. I believe that's anywhere from 8 to 10 degrees warmer than we were on Monday morning. So you can see down to the coast, not much of a change because it was so warm the last couple of mornings. Big changes further to the north. It is already 8 to 10 degrees warmer. That's just because warm, moist air is all across the region. That's kind of creating the perfect environment for some really foggy conditions. This is thanks to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union, showing us that big temperature change. Outdoor and construction forecast for this Tuesday. It's foggy right now. We know that. But later on this morning, that fog should lift around 10, 11 o'clock this morning. And then mostly to partly cloudy skies through this afternoon. Can get some moments that we get the sunshine. This allows us to heat up into the middle to upper 70s later on today. But no rain is in the forecast. If we get any type of precipitation, it's going to be more so this light drizzle. Any type of shower opportunity will obviously be more to the west over there towards Houston. Pretty dry forecast here locally in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. It's really just the muggy weather and the foggy weather that we're going to be dealing with. High pressure ridge really kind of dominating our region, all of the south pretty much. This is keeping pretty much the majority of the United States pretty much warm this Christmas. And you can see high pressure ridge is going to dominate not only our area, but the whole south the rest of the week. Here we are getting into Wednesday and Thursday. That high pressure ridge still over majority of the south. Starts moving off to the east. This opens the door for the window of opportunity for a strong cold front to start moving into our region, coming up mainly on Sunday. But here we are Saturday morning. You can see that strong cold front moving into the Texas Panhandle. That won't get into southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana coming up until Sunday. So big changes coming up as we start getting into Sunday night, especially early next week. High temperatures back into the 50s, lows back into the upper 30s to 40s. December-like weather is returning as we get into early next week. Why can't we get it for Christmas? It's going to be warm and muggy. Here we are, the Futurecast, sponsored by Neutron Electrical Services. Main thing that we're going to see is lots of cloud cover really throughout the day. This model had a little bit too much eggnog at the Christmas party last night. Wanting to show this heavier rain moving into League City and Galveston. I think the main thing that we're going to see is more so this light showers, possibly some drizzle from Galveston, the Houston area. But the biggest thing is just foggy conditions throughout the day today with partly cloudy skies. Possibly going to be mostly cloudy, but I do think that we'll have some moments that we can get some sunshine, but just lots of clouds in the forecast, not only today, but the rest of the week. And here we are as we start getting into Wednesday, Christmas Eve. Just notice lots of clouds, and it looks pretty dry. If we do get any type of precipitation, again, it's just going to be that drizzle in the early morning hours since we have so much fog and so much moisture. High temperature in the next 7 days. Sunday into Monday, looks like a state trooper pulling over somebody. Look at those temperatures into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees, and then bam, we're back into the 50s as we get into Monday. Strong cold front moves in on Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon, bringing in that cooler and drier air, some really nice temperatures finally coming back into our region early next week. But here we are for Christmas. It's not going to be nice by any means. It's going to be muggy and foggy into the morning. Definitely going to need Rudolph to help Santa Claus getting to where he needs to be because it's just going to be so nasty. And the conditions, the foggy conditions are going to be hard to see. So you're definitely going to need that bright red nose to help lead Santa to deliver all the presents, right? Temperatures are going to get into the middle to upper 70s on Christmas Day on Thursday. And that is just what we're going to be dealing with. But some big changes finally coming in as we get into Sunday. The only chance of rain that we really have will be on Sunday as that front moves into our region. And it doesn't look to be anything moderate to heavy. More so going to be light showers moving into a region coming up on Sunday. Here we are today, going to be into the middle to upper 70s, just like we've been the last couple of days, 60s to 70s down towards the coast. Look how warm it's going to be up there in Lufkin, possibly close to 80 degrees. Overnight tonight, no, this isn't broken or wrong. It's just going to be warm. Once again, going to be hard to get in the 50s. If you do get in the 50s, it'll probably be well to the north, like St. Augustine. But majority of the country or majority of the region is going to be into the 60s, into the 70s. Houston 70 overnight, Galveston 70s or 66 overnight tonight. Here we are for southeast Texas. It's going to be warm to finish out the week. Upper 70s, close to 80 degrees. Big changes on Sunday. A nice cold front comes in. A strong cold front comes in. Temperatures back into the 50s, overnight lows back into the upper 30s to 40s coming up early next week. Same thing for Southwest Louisiana. Merry Christmas coming up on Thursday. It's going to be warm, it's going to be muggy, it's going to be foggy to finish out the week and into the weekend. Strong cold front comes in on Sunday, bringing some cooler and drier, colder weather as we get into early next week. And we keep showing it, but look how warm it's going to be across the country for Christmas. It's going to be very hard to find the colder temperatures. You got to go well toward the north, or you got to go into the mountains to find some of the colder weather. You can see Minneapolis will be 35, Chicago 41, New York at 43, but look at the rest of the country into the 70s, if not in the 80s. Dallas at 80 degrees, 83 in Abilene. Here locally, we'll be into the upper 70s, close to the 80-degree mark. Please go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. You get all the notifications that you need. Biggest thing is it's free. It's on the Google Play Store and the Apple Store as well, too. So please go download it. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see y'all again on Wednesday morning. We'll have more updates throughout the day on Facebook. Our next video update will be with Mr. Lucas Boswick later this evening. But other than that, y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. See y'all again tomorrow morning. And thanks for tuning in to the Tuesday Morning Show.